How do you stage your condo? Let's talk about it. What's going on, good guys? Chris Newton here, chrisnewtonrealestate.com. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, smash that subscribe. Look, boom. Go to the subscribe link. Boom. Right? Hit the bell notifications. They let you know when I'm on. They let you know when I'm dropping. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna edit that out. So let's talk about it. How to stage a condo. So we went through the steps on for the buyers, like how to buy a condo, right? And what I like to tell the sellers why I'm such a great seller's agent is, and a great buyer's agent, whatever, but you know, I know what the buyers want, right? So how do you properly sell a condo? How do you properly stage a condo? Properly selling a condo, staging is a very important factor into it, all right? Can't stress it enough. I can't act like it's not. I can't act like it's just, no. Now, why is staging a condo one of the most important things to do? Staging a condo is one of the most important things to do because a lot of buyers cannot visualize themselves and what they want to do or would do with the property with all your stuff there, right? So what do you need to do? You need to stage it. You need to give them the opportunity to see and visualize what they can do with the space. Now, they might not do what you put. You know, they might not put the motifs that you put there, or they may not put the artwork that you put there, but it's just to give them an idea. So for example, let's say you have an empty property, right? An empty condo, nothing's there. Like you moved out and there's nothing there, it's empty. Yes, the first thing the buyer's gonna do is they're gonna see the space. Oh my gosh, is this very big? Or this is very small, pause if applicable. Is that a good thing? Possibly. But it's just going to be so distracting, right? So now all they're going to be able to walk through freely, but now they don't know where they should put the couch. They don't know where they should put the TV, they know where they could put the bed, but they don't know where they should put the bed. So you have to kind of draw it out for them, right? So you can hire somebody that's certified in interior design like me, right? To help sell your condo, and that'll kind of cut that fee out because I'll already be an agent. I'll already be an agent when it comes to selling it, and get it staged properly, right? So what do we need to do? Let's say there's already stuff there, right? There's a bunch of stuff there. We need to take advantage of the space. So if a space is big, we need to make that space look functional, right? We don't need to clutter it with a whole lot of mucho. So yes, because you can fit a 10-person table in that living room, doesn't mean you should put a 10-person table in that living room, right? You want to make the most use for that space. So maybe you might want to cut that 10 down to 4, right? Maybe you might want to cut it down to 4 and possibly put some tables over there or some artwork over there and just maximize the use of the space. Not just maximize the space, maximize the use of the space. So now people can walk freely and there's nothing thrown off, because you want symmetry. You really, really want symmetry. So you don't want just you walk in the living room and it's this huge table or this huge china cabinet and everything else is like small. Like even when it comes to the fixture. So let's say your furniture is big, right? And now you have a bookshelf behind you. So in that bookshelf, you know, you might have some figurines there, and you don't want the figurines to be like super small because it throws off the balance. So now you're gonna want some figurines that have some kind of weight, some kind of girth to them, pause if applicable. So these are things that you want to do. You know, if the curtains are a certain color, you want to. What a lot of people don't know, right? You have the color wheel, right? You have the color wheel. What a lot of people don't know is that whatever color you have up top or on the left, whatever, the color directly opposite of that was put there purposely to let you know this color actually goes with this. These two colors will look amazing together. So whether you want to put green just off the top. Matter of fact, let me actually look up a color wheel because I don't want to say two colors that don't go together and then y'all do it and then you get upset with me. All right, so I pulled up a color wheel and we have like a dark yellow, and on the opposite end of that is a deep blue, right? So now you don't have to paint your room the upper dark yellow and a lower deep blue. What you can do is you can, whether you want to do an accent wall, have, you know, 3 of the walls dark blue and then the accent wall dark yellow, you could do that, or vice versa. Or what you can do is have the room dark blue or the dark yellow, and the other colors that you ever see, you have a dark blue room, the deep blue room, and you'll put some highlights around. So maybe you want to put the dark yellow curtains there. You know, again, you have the bookshelf, but now you want to put your figurines and maybe you want to put some books there that are, you know, different hues of the yellow, but more so on a darker side. That's going to help with the, you know, with the interior design of the room, right? Now, is that the best thing to do when you're staging that condo? No, you want to use neutral colors. Right, you want to use neutral colors. Why neutral colors? The pastels, the whites, the eggshell whites, the different hues of the whites. Those are the best. It's clean. You want to make sure it's clean, but it's clean. It's simple. It's not too personalized, right? Which is very, very, very important. I'm like fighting a sneeze. It's very, very, very important that it's not too personalized or too custom. So now you have the white, you have the eggshell. And now you have, you also want to make sure that the furniture is neutral. You don't want to have bright yellow furniture or bright red furniture. Have it neutral. Have all your colors neutral. It's not intimidating to the buyer. It's not super distracting to the buyer or the agent that's coming to see it. Most buyers are going to come in with a camera and pan around and then send it to their loved ones. And you don't want the loved ones to give them negative feedback because they don't like the colors that you chose. So to be on the safe side, you don't want flamingo pink. You don't want canary yellow. When I was young, I had a canary. Yellow is one of my favorite colors. So my 3 favorite colors are yellow, purple, and orange. So my mom asked me, you know, what color do I want my canary yellow? And she told me like years later when I was older, she said, Chris, I hated going into your room because it used to give me anxiety because my room was yellow. It was crazy, but I loved it, right? So you don't want to have crazy yellow everywhere. It's too bright, it's too, whoa, you know. However, it may work depending on the scenery, right? So maybe not a canary yellow, but maybe one of those pastel yellows could work if you're doing a beachfront property. Right? Oh my gosh, the sneeze is killing me. You know, you just kind of want to, or like the sand, you know, which is kind of going into the browns, where yellow is a hue of brown. However, you know, kind of going into that direction, It also depends on that, but you still want to kind of stay close to neutral as possible, right? You want to take out the big furniture if the property is too small. You want to add in bigger furniture if the property is large, because you don't want a bunch of empty space. So now, you know, when you're painting a picture, right? When you're painting a portrait or you drawing a portrait, you know, I was nice with the drawing back in the days. Nobody wanted to see me. I was fired. Now Cadence, Sunshine, my daughter, my oldest, she's smoking me because she could draw it through her mind. I couldn't. I needed like a whatever. So when you're drawing or painting, you know, a picture, there's something called negative space or dead space, right? That's when it's too much of the canvas showing in a bad way. Now, sometimes you can actually want to do that purposely on a creative side of it. Like, I want that to be empty. However, too much is just too much. So that's what you don't want when it comes to the room, right? Or when it comes to the unit. You don't want too much dead space. You want everything to be placed meticulously, right? When it comes to the painting on the walls, when it comes to the TV, when it comes to the kitchen and where you put the pots and the pans, if you have them out, if you have them hanging, like, you just really want to be smart where you place the fixtures and the art pieces. You want to make sure, okay, you want to balance everything. So you don't want to have, like, we have these two art pieces on the wall, right? Now the wall you can kind of see it here. It stops right here, and then it also stops right there. If we just had one piece over here, it would throw off the entire balance. But because we have it kind of centered, like the equal space there, is just that my thing isn't centered. But it gives balance. If I would just have one over there, it would look bad. You would have to put it in the middle, but then it's kind of like something's missing. Now, that's just the art here in the office. We could kind of use some more stuff, but it's an office. You don't want to have too much, and it just throws everything off and it's too distracting. So these are the things that you want to think of when you're staging your unit, right? So keep it neutral, keep a balance. Make sure you have space for the buyers to walk around. You want a great flow. You want a flow. So from the time the buyer walks into your unit and you open the door, you want it to be a flow, a graceful flow. You don't want it to be chaotic where they have to like zig, zag around everything. You want it to be a flow, a nice flow. You want the colors to be great, so keep it neutral. Keep your curtains and your shades neutral. Also, depersonalize your unit. Take down the graduation pictures. Take down the vacation pictures. Take down the report cards off the refrigerator. Like, take all of that stuff down and just depersonalize it. Buyers, when they come in, they do not want to see your stuff. They want to picture their own family there. So they don't want to look at a different family and they just can't visualize it there. That's one. Two, you never know what kind of tip the buyer is on. Honestly, you don't know if they bigots. You don't know what they're on. So you want to keep it as neutral as possible. You want to keep it as neutral as possible, and those are going to give you the best results. All right? Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. Chris Newton here, Chris Newton Real Estate. Smash that subscribe button, tell a friend. Talk to you guys soon.